Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Two of the NFL's best starts challenging each other here. Off we go in a Week 4 showdown. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap.
Along the right sideline, there's space. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 6-0 lead right away. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. They'll throw on 1st. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
What I like about that, Kate, I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
On 2nd and 9. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No! So close to 6. Incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. The Texans set to punt. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Steelers will take over possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Offense up to the line fast. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's going to fight his way forward for a modest pickup to the 43. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. He gets 6 on that play, and that's a Steelers 1st down. That's the end of our first
quarter with the score Texans.
Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He has room past the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. something? Wow, this has been a rough sequence for them starting out. First the interception, and now almost giving it away again on the fumble.
Yeah, Coach's going to have to get everybody around the campfire and get this thing figured out, because through all the years and all the styles of play, we know one thing, Kate. Turnover margin in the NFL is the biggest indicator of winning and losing. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He'll take this at the 10. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a positive result on that effort. He's down near the enemy 40 before going out.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Stroud throwing here on first. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Stroud. Finds his target, Mason. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Working inside the red zone. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down. But where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. On play action, here's Stroud. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. Will Reichert now to try on the field goal. This from 30 yards out. Smith able to put it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, That's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pass play now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
47-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Caught at the 20-yard line. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get some late points and the lead. Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And that return gets him a little extra. Then if he'd taken that knee, he's up above the 25 before he heads out of bounds. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans get some late points and the lead. One after try good by Reichert. And the Texans push their lead to 3. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing it to start this drive. He's got a man left. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Second and 3. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now on 1st down. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now it's 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Hits him on the out route. And that's good for a gain of 5. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's a throw. Wilson's got it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Now on 2nd and 10. He got it along the sideline, but just couldn't bring it in within the field of play. That's incomplete. We've got third down.
You know, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough. To establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Texans make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense, and this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Completed to his running back. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. Smith able to put it through. And that'll double their lead to 6. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely. That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.